This weekend, I was talking with a friend who is a classmate of mine when I was in psychic school about the things that we're learning in our own growth process. And it reminded me to talk to you about your agreement with your ability to see, your sixth sense, that third eye, that psychic information, and your empathic sensitivity that often people feel first in their body. And then they're going, what's going on here? I feel something. Is it me? Is it someone else? Is it something else? As I always like to say. But today's about agreements. And I want to share with you that you can create an agreement, if you didn't know that, with yourself about how your sensory awareness serves you and how you work with it. So the reason the topic came up is because over the course of the last year and a half with what's shifting on the planet, I had to change my agreement with my work. As you know, I do private sessions doing readings and healings with people. And over the course of all those 22 years of me doing this kind of work, often the way that I got information was that I went up and out. My soul went up and out to get it out of my body, get the information, give it to the person. And I found that my body could not do that anymore. And my body was suffering from me going up and out after we made this collective shift on the planet into the Aquarian age. The earth wasn't holding me like it used to when we were in an earth sign for hundreds of years. So I made an agreement. I shifted my agreement with myself around how I did my work, and I named it and claimed it, that I would invite that information down so I could stay grounded in my body and get the information. And truthfully, it has only got better. The information has not been harder to access. It simply was a shift in my agreement on how the information gets to come to me. And that shift has made a profound difference in how I feel in my body after I do my work in the world. So I just want to invite you to consider on this Tune In Tuesday, what are your agreements with yourself? I have some agreements also around when I do a healing session, that it's done when it's done, that I don't continue working after we say the closing prayer. And I don't start working before we say the opening prayer. This is part of my agreement, that I separate myself so that I can be fully present for me in my life. I also have agreements about not reading other people without their permission, making sure that I'm not an out of control healer that is getting in other people's psychic space and reading them or trying to fix them or heal them when they haven't asked me for it or haven't given me permission. So there's a variety of different things we can have agreements for. And I even have agreements to have my healing master give me a healing after I've done a session with someone that matches anything that came up in that session. So consider the different ways that you can have agreements with your own spiritual practice, with your own capacity to see, with you and with you and the angels that support you, and know that you can always update those if something's not working.